Good day, class. How's everybody doing today? Oh, great. I'm glad to hear everyone's doing fine. I have a question before we get started with today's lesson. And my question is, well, actually several questions I have for y'all, but it's related to travel. Who here enjoys traveling? I'd like to see a show of hands, please. Oh, wow. Okay, it looks like everybody likes traveling. Great, great. Okay. Does anybody have an upcoming trip that they're going to take and they like to share with everyone? Let me see a show of hands. Oh, John. Okay. Thank you for sharing. Yeah, that sounds like a great trip to your. Oh, you have a trip coming to Hawaii. Wonderful. Oh, Lisa too. Okay, you have a trip coming up to. Oh, where is it? Oh, you're going to California, Los Angeles. Oh, that sounds like fun. Okay, wonderful. Thank you for sharing. Okay. Does anybody like to share also, like any trips you've gone to in the past that you really enjoyed? Let me see another show of hands. Anybody here like to share? Oh, David. Okay, share. Oh, you've been to Las Vegas. Oh, that sounds like fun. Las Vegas, Nevada. Okay, that sounds like a lot of fun. Wonderful, wonderful. Okay, well, I appreciate everybody sharing their stories and and trips, and I'm glad that, well, it sounds like a lot of you enjoy traveling. Okay, well, kind of regarding that topic, before I'll tell you why I brought this up about travel in just a second, or just a minute. Well, today's lesson, or this week's lesson actually, I'm going to try, I want to really get you practicing and developing and improving your skill in interactive dialogue. And your active listening skills and your writing skills. So how we're going to do that is you're going to use this week the Zoom telecommunication software application, and I will show you how to download that and use various functions of Zoom on on your chosen electronic device. So whether that be a smartphone, or your laptop, or your regular computer, if you have a regular desktop computer, I will show you how to do that. Also, what I'm going to have you do is I'm going to break you up into groups of two, so you're going to have a partner, and you're going to work with your partner on creating a role play over Zoom, where one of you will take turns being the travel agent, and the other person will be the customer. And you will, so each person will get a turn being the customer and the travel agent. And so you will practice, one person will practice being a travel agent, helping someone plan a vacation. So you will all get the opportunity to do that over the Zoom application, and you will do that outside of class. But before you do that, I will have you practice your role plays in class. I'll give you the opportunity to practice that in class. And I will also give you time to, in class, to research your dream vacation destination. And I will provide you with a list of internet resources that can help you, do research. And you can, like I said, you will do that you can do that in class, or you also have time outside of class to do that as well. And you can work with your partner to do that. But these are just suggestions. So like I'm going to give you, like, one of my favorite resources is Lonely Planet webpage, and also the Lonely Planet YouTube channel. Also, Google is one of my best friends search engines, so you can use that as well. But these are just suggestions. Use ones that work for you as well. And the other thing I would ask is help your class. If you're someone who's really good at using technology, feel free to help out your fellow classmates who maybe are not so, don't feel as confident using technology. So I just encourage you, but I will be walking around the classroom as well to help everyone. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask me. So I'll be walking around the room while you're doing your group work. So yeah, feel free to ask me, and also feel free to engage your classmates not only in class, but on the internet chat board as well. And you could ask me questions there too. I will be monitoring our internet chat board too when you're outside of class to help you with your project, with your with this lesson this week. Okay, so that being said too, with the Zoom application, I encourage you to use at least the audio function, but use the audio and video function as well. But if you don't feel ready for that, you can just use the chat function. But if you decide so if you use the audio and video function when you're doing your role play, I encourage you to pay attention to each other's body language, your own body language, the pitch of your voice, the pace of your voice. So that's very important, and really practice active listening when you're engaging in your role plays. Now, if you decide just to do the chat function, that's fine too, but really watch how your grammar and your sentence structure, and so I really encourage you just to pay attention to that. Okay, so how will I assess you as well this week in regards to this lesson? Well, what I'm going to have you do when you perform your role play on Zoom, I want you to use what's called the record function. And what you're going to do is you're going to submit your recorded role plays on the internet chat board, and so your peers can review it. Now, I ask that during, whether when you're the customer, playing the role of customer and playing the role of travel agent, keep your segments no more to 20 minutes. I just ask that just for time's sake. The other thing I'm going to assess you on is I'm going to provide you a rubric, and I want you to either use Google Slides or PowerPoint and create a presentation for me on your dream vacation. And you can present it to me one or two ways. We could do it in class, so I will project it on the big screen TV in class, and your classmates can watch it in class. Or you can present it virtually, any place you like, as long as you have good internet connection, through Zoom. So you could do that as well. And your incentive for performing the presentation virtually is you don't have to come to class that day. So you could do it one or two ways, and like I said, I'll provide you a rubric. And I think I forgot to mention that I will also, before we get started today, like I said, I will show you kind of just how to use Zoom and all the different functions that it offers. So I will show you how to do that before we get started. Now, do we have any questions before we get started with our lesson class? Okay, if not, let's get started.